Now, I know a lot of you heard about how Tory Lanez got stabbed, and I let a lot of wild stories and explanations and theories run rampant in my comment section. But now I'm going to explain what really happened, because Ink World, we got the details. Hey, look, so TMZ just dropped the bomb, right? Apparently, a rep from the California prison system confirmed that Tory Lanez got poked up, for real, by another inmate over at some spot called California Correctional Institute in Tehachapi. This went down around 7:20 in the morning. Prison staff had to sprint over, started patching him up, then called 911. And it was bad enough that they ain't keep him in the house. They had to ship Tory off the yard and straight to an outside hospital. The prison spokesperson being real tight-lipped about his current condition though. So we don't know if he's stable, stitched up, or still struggling. But at the time of recording this video, Tory Lanez's situation has gone from critical to stable condition. But that wasn't no random fade. We're talking 7 a.m. when people are just waking up and stepping out of their cells to go get breakfast. The fact that he didn't even have no food in his belly and went straight on demon time lets me know something already. It totally shifts to premeditated. That means this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment violent act. This was premeditated. And no, it wasn't on the yard like everybody was saying it was. And no, it didn't happen in Tory's cell either because he has a one-man cell. This happened in the common area where everybody walks through, which also makes it feel targeted because whoever ran up knew he didn't have that much time to get it accomplished. Tory's camp hopped up on Instagram and confirmed it. It's real. He got stabbed up. Not once, but 14 times. We talking 7 to the back, 4 to the torso, 2 to the back of the head, and 1 to the side of the face. Bruh, that ain't no scuffle. That's a hit. If you think this was anything other than a straight up murder mission, you sleeping. They wasn't trying to make a statement. They was trying to wipe that man off the map. Both of his lungs collapsed. They had to throw him on a breathing machine just to keep him alive. But here's the wild part. He's off the machine now, breathing on his own, still in pain, but talking normal, and they say bro in good spirits. He grateful to God, thankful for all the love, and letting folks know he appreciate the prayers and support. But let's be clear, they tried to take him out, and somehow, he's still here. Now, I posted a clip yesterday, but it caused so much confusion on my timeline and in my comments that I had to drop this video just to clear it all up. This wasn't about gambling, about no drama. This was a straight up hit. They sent a message because Tory was getting too comfortable inside. When I first dropped that clip, everybody kept saying, Whack 100 has done it again. Whack 100 snitching again. But I keep telling y'all, it was Spider Loc who recorded that conversation. And I'm gonna play it again and clear it up for you guys at the right parts. Now I'll play the clip again and break it down in the parts where you guys can really understand it.
Oh yeah, I hear you now.
What it do, Kyle?
Yo, I hear you, bro.
What's Gucci?
What's cracking?
What it do, Five?
Shit, nothing much to look, right? This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so you know, that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We're gonna respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down?
No, it happened in the building.
Now, this ain't being seen as no one-on-one fade. They're not looking at it like Tory Lanez had a personal issue and lost. They're looking at it like it was a straight up ambush, a straight backdoor move. And the folks on the inside, they're not chalking up to some regular beef. They're talking about this was an orchestrated hit on the blacks, a racial move. One dude even said, we're about to tear this place up. It's war now. Why? Because Tory Lanez got to be their biggest asset. And just like in any war, if you want to weaken the other side, what do? You target the biggest asset. And Tory was that. It's crazy how this Canadian rapper adapted to California prison politics so well and so quickly. On top of that, he converted to Islam. Goes by the name like something like that. I can't remember. But when you tie that all in, now you got faith, race, and politics all playing a part. And that's why this just turned ugly.
What was it over? It was over some, what he had, did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation, you know.
So it was just like some foul play. So it's finna be up.
Yeah, for sure. With some foul play.
Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him? Wasn't nobody right there with him when he went down?
Yeah, I guess nobody wasn't. He was by himself out there. He got a whole tier full of necks. He on a whole tier full of necks.
Wow.
You already know, once we get on this shit, we press some play on. We press play.
I'm already knowing. God damn. You don't know if he's gonna be all right or not either, huh?
Nah, we don't know yet. He's gonna be all right there. He's gonna pull through though.
The prison's on lockdown now, but peep the wordage they're using. Foul play. That's not a word they throw around lightly behind the walls. Foul play means only one thing. This wasn't no fair trade. This was a targeted hit, either because of race or because he was a strategic threat. And I ain't gonna say too much, but I am gonna break it down to where it's gonna make sense at the end.
That's right. That's crazy, because I've been out here.
I've been,
the whole time he's been going through what he's been going through, I've been feeling like that nigga got railroaded. I hate to see him in that position. I'm glad.
Man, for sure, he got railroaded.
Yeah, he got railroaded. I'm glad that
That's an innocent man in prison, bro.
I believe it, 100%. How he been programming in? He been programming cool.
Man, all he do is program, come outside, work out, play ball, do him.
That's right. I heard it's been cracking up there too. It was a riot the other day, not too long ago.
Yeah, he was like, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, it was a riot.
Yeah, I got.
2, 3 weeks.
You been straight though?
Yeah, he be cracking up here. Yeah, I been straight. You know me, keeping my head up high. I got so much left.
Tory been using his money to move right and a little grimy. He helped everybody eat last Christmas. He filled up everybody's commissary, even people who weren't even part of his race. He even started the Hand of God initiative, helping lifers and long-term prisoners get legal help for their appeals. Black inmates and Muslims, they rock with him heavy. But all that love and the power that comes with it rubbed the wrong people the wrong way. Bruh, let's keep it a buck. Tory Lanez in there moving like royalty. He not just doing time, he running it. Tory ain't just sitting back. He dropping bags, making power plays. He moving like a Don, like a pharaoh. Real talk. Ain't nobody getting near him. You got smoke with Tory, you got to go through damn near 100 dudes before you even think about reaching him. He got the block sewed up. That man is sitting in prison moving like a straight kingpin, with influence, loyalty, and protection on deck. He running it like it's his empire. Now Tory Lanez high-key running that jail. He ain't pressing the blacks. They all moving as one. But if you even look at Tory wrong, somebody might handle you. Not for him. Maybe just to even prove something to him. That's how much pull he got. And he not hiding it either. Tory been rapping like he the king of the yard, talking bags and all that. And from what I've heard, that's not just bars. That's real life. He really living like that behind them walls. Hey, so check this out. Tory Lanez just dropped a track with DDG, right? And get this, he recorded it from behind bars using a jail phone. But here's the wild part. Tory didn't just drop bars, he dropped intel. In the verse, he straight up rapped about what he's doing inside right now. He talking running the yard, calling shots, and putting bags on folks if they step out of line. And he not saying he doing it himself. He got people doing the dirty work for him. So it's not just music, it's a message. Tory let it be known, he's still moving militant from the inside.
Sent me to prison and all that it taught me is if it go down how to stab the shit out you. Tommies and bunkers, the knives, the thumpers, the locking the sights, the crack the shit out you. I call a shot on the yard, you a problem. My son out there hitting cash out the shit out you. Standing on business is standing on business. J pay the killers to stand on the witness. COs are hating, they banning my business. They claiming they call me with hands on the titty.
So let me clear this part up first. Everybody is saying that Tory Lanez was rude to somebody's wife during visitation. That's cap. That never happened. That narrative is floated out there just so they could justify a targeted hit. And how I know it's a targeted hit? Whack 100. LA's loudest mouth already broke it down. He gave the whole rundown on the dude who poked Tory. Pause. This wasn't no random beef. They ain't even have issues like that. Tory was bringing in the phones, the drugs, making real power moves for the blacks. And that was giving him too much pull. And the Mexicans didn't like that. Tory had already bumped heads with them. And on top of that, he had dudes ready to ride for him. I even heard that Tory Lanez had someone beat up over a gambling debt, like he needed the money. Because we know it wasn't about that. It was just about not looking weak. Tory was moving like a real trophy, like a kingpin. So what they do? They send a torpedo. That man stabbed him 14 times. That's not a warning. That's a hit. They wanted Tory gone to take away from what he was bringing in. Influence, unity, and resources for the blacks on the inside.
That's the content up top on the Tory. What he in jail for? He 13-year-old chick. Lancaster somewhere too.
Oh wow. Yeah, I seen that.
Playing 13-year-old. June 12, 2002, the boyfriend of a 13-year-old girl who was found shot to death early Sunday in an apartment the two shared in Lancaster is being sought for her slaying, authorities said Tuesday. Santino Sonny Casio, a 20-year-old parolee, allegedly shot Evelyn Brenda whatever her last name is, in the head following an argument late Sunday night, said LA County Sheriff Sergeant Rick Myers. Police believe Cadejas, whatever her name is, I can't see, ran away from home in Palmdale and moved into a duplex apartment on the 1100 block of West Avenue H14 with Casio in April. We didn't know where she was staying, said her cousins, Robert Mendez, 19. She would call just to let us know that she was all right. The last time the family heard from her was Mother's Day, Mendez said. Casio was described as a 5'9", weighing 190 pounds, with a shaved head and brown eyes. He has a tattoo of a paw print on the back of his head and tattoo horns at the front of his hairline, said Lieutenant Dan Rosenberg, the Sheriff Homicide Bureau. He is currently on parole from CYA for burglary, Rosenberg said. How could this happen to a 13-year-old girl? Said her brother, 26 years old, who declined to give his first name. She's my baby sister. We're trying to do everything we can do to make sure that this person is caught and justice is served. Anyone asked to contact the homicide sheriff. So he caught a body in '02. Now this, how old is what they say? And this is been 23 years. Did they give his age in the last? They say he was like 42 or something. Let me see, 42 minus 23. If he is 42 now, that means he was like 19, 20, 10-year-old. So that's where the PC move come from right there. When I read that paperwork. So that's why he PC'd up. He was living in Lancaster. CYA, baby. He's a career criminal. He would,
Like he was sent more and more now.
yeah, for real. That's what it sound like. You want to make good, handle his business.
Get some disrespect somewhere.
Nah,
Mm.
Tory ain't got no paths crossed. I can't see that.
Yeah.
Tory didn't even have a celly. So
Okay, bro, hear me out. Scenario, right? All right. So, power play. You got him with a check, all right? He feeding the opposition. He feeding them good too. They getting it all. How we stop that?
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be real. I ain't never seen them worry about. I ain't never seen no shit. Never worry about how they was feeding their people, and they ain't never worried about how we was feeding ours. But even with that, just powwowing with the homies, I just had 5 line. Every double better right there. We talking. I'm like, bro, trying to make sense of this. He said, what? 2 things don't make sense. One is 7 in the morning. It's child time. That's right. He said, what he doing going to breakfast? I said, you right. He said, 2, in order for dude to hit him 14 times, I said, I didn't thought about it. He was double strapped. Had to be it. He said, yeah, but where everybody else at? He said, so did everybody know but Tory? He said, the sum ain't adding up. He said, if Tory the yard helping fields and looking out for whatever building he is in is benefiting more than the yard. I said, you right. He said, where everybody else at? He said, surely the blacks ain't gonna allow Tory to be on the. He said, and actually, I already know how it go. Black, white, Hispanic, black, white, Hispanic. That's how the sales gonna go. So when they release him, it's gonna be at least 10 to is on that. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4. He said he's gonna have 8 to 12 blacks on the row, on that row. That's if they ain't racked the whole top and bottom. So he like, well, where the rest, where everybody else was at when this was happening? He said, we know how the stab rooms happen. He said he must have balled up. He said, which makes sense, because he ain't got no training with dealing with that type of combat. You know what I'm saying? He said, for 7 times in the back, 2 to the back of the head, 4 to the upper torso, 1 in the face. I said he double strapped. He got a knife in each hand. He said, I'm tied around his wrist so he can't drop him. So every swing is a hit. So you hit him, he fall, you get on top of him. Hit, he turn. Upper torso, hit. He throw the arms up on him. face, head. So we kind of figure out how that worked, but it's like he definitely was, because it's a 50-50 yard, so it's kind of like, what all the essays, they gonna say they're all bad anyway. Ain't nobody good on the concern. But you could be right. I mean, it could be itself to be known for killing Tory Lanez. It could be that.
A question, didn't you say that he was a, what was it, like a put off or something you called it
No,
yesterday?
he was a 13-year-old, so he automatically a PC off the rip.
Okay, so that's why I'm like, did he do that to try to get his status back? Because that this is just beyond like where the.
That's what I'm saying. They can use people like that, or again, and just be burnt out.
Man, this whole situation is tragic. At the end of the day, all of this is still alleged. Until we see any kind of court documents or hear it out of Tory's mouth, we can't say anything with 100% certainty. But from everything that came out, this sounds accurate, and it's sad all the way around. Because let's be real, most folks believe Tory's innocent, but the system is still the system, and he was found guilty in it, so he has to do that time. I just want to say prayers up to him and his family, because this ain't how it should have went. And if you made it this far, click the left side of your screen to see why I'll Be Sure's testimony against Diddy is definitely going to sink him. And also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in the algorithm because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but...
Fuck that little 10. I'm maxed out.